Okay, so yeah, we're going to show you what this product is. Sorry, y'all. It's a lot of things. I'm doing like 2-3 things at one time. This is my assistant because you know I don't have, you know, I have locks, y'all. If you want your hair to curl out, just get you a nice little curling mousse. Curling mousse be doing it up. Look at that. Look how long my real hair is. Y'all be like, oh my gosh. You know, look, you know the art about locks, y'all. You leave your hair alone. That's how, basically, when I say leave it alone, I don't mean not to take care of it. I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying is to basically let your hair be. We'll be right back. So look, y'all, just to let y'all know, like, people with locks do have hair. Because a lot of people, I heard somebody be hating on somebody, be like, well, girl, you only got hair because you got locks. I want to see if your real hair will grow. Yes. This is my real hair. Yes. I've seen people with locks who literally only had 20 locks in their head. They literally only had about 20 or 30 locks in their head because they thought that locks was going to help their hair grow. No ma'am, no sir. If you're listening to this video right now and you got a little bit of forehead action just simply means that you got some spaces with no places. Honey, don't get no locks. Locks is not for you. I'm sorry. You can't be going from relaxed to the locks thinking you're going to have a head full of hair. You're going to have a head full of spaces. Alright, so look, I'm going to stop having fun. We actually going to go ahead and we're going to start doing these locks. Now look. Yes, I colored my hair and do my hair with my charms in it. Yes. See, they not black. They still chilling like a villain. So basically what I do is, all that hair that y'all saw around my forehead, I'm just going to basically take that hair and group it in. You have to do that because if you do not group in your hair in your lock is going to start to thin out. See how big that base is? I generally know how thick my hair is. You feel me? I know how thick my hair is. So when my hair actually grows out, this base right here is pretty heavy. So you never want this to start growing out and be heavy on this. This is going to be thinning. And when you have locks and your hair starts to thin while you have locks, you're going to have alopecia, and we don't want that. Alright, so we just going to go ahead and do a few locks real quick. I comb it. So the reason why I comb before I twist is so I don't have to pull the hair as tight. So I'll have a tight look without having to pull. Now, a lot of people who do locks, you pull the hair too much, and that's how alopecia comes. So we use a comb. We use the comb method. I don't twist with the comb. Alright, never twist with the comb. Always twist. Let me shoot. I do it so fast you probably don't even see what I'm doing. Alright, hold on. Let me see. My hair around my edges is a little bit thinner, as I do have a soft texture. I just did, you know, a color job, so just bear with me. Okay, so we're just gonna basically comb that up. Now the way I twist is I'm gonna take all this hair, and in fact, you know what, this is a cute little lock, but I think I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut it or try to join it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So let's see. Let me just take this hair, and I twist the hair the same way all the time. And I just basically do this. Actually, I did exactly what I wanted to do. I took that little thin lock and just twisted it all in there. And then we're gonna take a clip. Because the name of the game is not to cause yourself alopecia. That's the name of the game with locks. And locks will take you there. It will take you to alopecia land. We're going to do some more. We'll be right back. You know what? Before I do this, let me just dry my hands off. Alright, so here again, I have this soft piece of hair. And instead of trying to lock this soft piece of hair, I'm just going to basically group it in with this lock right here. So we're going to comb it, and then we're going to twist. And then we're going to clip. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do, because I like my curls, I like my locks to be curly, I basically lock it in for a few seconds, and then I take a roller and I roll them. I don't like the limp look. You know, I like the look where it's nice and fab and makes my hair, because I feel like my hair is kind of, you know, thin, even though my husband says it's not. But I like to put volume to my locks. So basically what I do is I take the clips, put them in there for a few seconds, let it lock, and then I take my little old school from 1994, hello, and we just start curling it up. And I can't wait to see how this looks with black. Oh, black is so sleek. It makes your hair look healthy. Like if you have a problem, like if you have a problem with dryness or your hair looks thin, just color it black. It'll cover the spaces. It will just make you look so much cleaner. And then the black will help you just start over. You know, sometimes we just have to start over from all the color treatments and things and just go back to basics. You know, and just go back to black. Wear black for a few months. Let your hair like basically get strong again, and then you can start to experiment with different colors. You know, one thing that a lot of people make a mistake on is they put the clips on the roots. You never do that. And by roots I mean up here, the scalp area. You never do that. I'm gonna tell you why. This is metal. And when you're under the dryer, and a lot of us put the dryer up to the highest heat, which you should never do either. You should have it on medium. But when you put the metal on here, over time, it's going to start straightening out your root area. It's going to make it thin, and over time, your locks will start to break off. And you'll be like, why is it breaking off? It's because it's a clip process. So you make sure you want to put basically the clips on the end. The ends are a lot more thicker, a lot more resilient, and it can handle the heat better than your scalp area. Remember, this is old meshed hair. This is fresh hair. So this hair right here is baby. It's like a baby that's been born. It's brand new. So it's not strong. It hasn't been out in the elements. So it's going to be quicker to break off. So that's a little tip that you may want to use. Make sure you clip at the ends. Okay, so we're going to go back here. Yes. I love this lock right here. Oh, this is like the perfect lock. Look how the base is basically the same length as the lock. That's how you want your hair to look. You never want it to be thinner, and you never want it to be bigger. You want it to be basically the same size. So when it grows out, it's not going to thin out. You feel me? And some sections of my hair does grow longer. As you can see, that's a nice long lock. It just depends on your circulation. You know, who goes through that? Where one side of your head is a little longer and a little more luxurious than the other. It just simply means that you're getting more circulation on one side than the other. And one thing I don't do, I do not like doing my hair tight. I don't like it tight. I don't like that first day anyway. I like my hair after 3 days. You know how to relax when people say that? Girl, I like my hair after 3 days. Well, this natural girl saying the same thing. I like it after 3 days because it starts to just come together. Everything just starts to come together. So I don't like doing my maintenance too tight, because the tighter it is, I don't like you seeing my scalp. I don't want you to see my scalp. You know, that's why I do the curl method. I am conscious about that. Be right back. So if you want to do your own hair like I'm doing, get you a nice big contraption like this. Pull all of your locks up, and you're going to start from the back on up. That's what you're going to do. Never not dry your locks. Okay, you're going to have mildew problems all the way live, and the only way you're going to be able to get it out is bleach. And I don't mean the type of bleach color. I'm talking about the real old school Clorox, okay? A Clorox rinse. That's what you're going to need. Always dry your locks. Do not let them air dry. You will have a mildew head. Please do not let nobody palm roll your hair. You want to allow them to palm roll your hair right off of your head. Please do not do that. I'm going to tell you why. It's called over rotation. Over rotation is going to cause alopecia. The reason why it's going to cause alopecia is because it's going to rip your hair straight out the scalp. It's going to cause scarring, and then your hair is not going to be able to grow again. So it will cause you alopecia. So never allow people to palm roll your hair, because you're going to over rotate. So basically just let them just basically do this. Boom. You don't want your hair too tight. Twist, 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 wipe down. Twist, 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 wipe down. That's how we do it in my old heyday when I had my hair salon. You know, it is what it is. That's what we used to do. Boom. Okay, so we'll be back. So we're getting to the back. Comb. The comb method is so much better. See how you just get that hair automatically nice and straight, and then I twist. This is better mechanics too for your wrist. I remember I used to do the palm roll method, and I got a little like bump on my wrist, and it didn't go away until I used better body mechanics. Okay. Let me just combing that in, doing that right quick. And we'll be right back. So, you know, when you ask somebody like how long they've had their locks, you know, usually when people ask you that, your hair is probably pretty long when they ask. And this is less than 2 years. Some people, and I started very, very short. Depending on your genes, depending on your lifestyle, depending on your vitamin intake and your vitamin retention, because vitamin intake and vitamin retention are two different things. You might be eating very well, but your body is not accepting, and those, you know, those factors will count in how long it would take for your hair to grow. Okay, so it's you have to count that all. So don't be like thinking that my 2 years are going to look like your 2 years, or your 2 years are going to look like someone else. Everyone's journey with locks are different, so you keep that in mind. Okay. So you see this right here? We're doing the other side. We're doing the other side. Thank you. You're welcome. All of my locks are different lengths and different, because I started these myself. Some people want their locks to look perfect and they want them to grow out perfect. Locks is for people who are just basically want their body do things naturally. So if you're getting locks just for them to look well maintained and perfect, more than likely you're going to have alopecia in less than 2.5 years. Because you want your hair to look perfect. You're going to be more scalpy, you're going to be more irritated, you don't want your hair real tight, and you're not going to basically have hair long. So locks are supposed to be very organic. They're not going to be always even. They're not going to all be the same texture or the same width. They're going to be very, you know, because your head is in different spaces. You know, your circulation might be different on this side. You know, you might be more bumpy on this side. You know, so that's how I cater to clients back in the day when I used to do locks. I used to just basically let their hair do what it do, and explain to them that their hair is going to grow out very natural, and you're going to have your hair for many years. See this lock right here? That's about to break. See how heavy that is? That's the back of my head. I started these myself, but sometimes your hair is always thin. I had thin hair back here because I had a very short haircut. So when I started them back here, see, and that's how you know when your hair is a little weak. When you hold it out like that and it's limp like that, that's a sign that you might need to cut the weight off of that or add some more hair to make this base a little bit better. Okay, because if I keep letting this grow out, this is going to basically either tear from here or tear from up here. So just be more conscious about how heavy your hair is on the ends, so you don't have that choice to make whether you cut your hair or not. Okay, so yeah, if you have a person who's watching this and your hair seems to be very, very heavy, and of course you don't want to cut it because this is like a family member. When you go and you have investment with time, you don't want to just cut off your locks. Well, what you do is one or two things you can do with your locks. You can cut the weight off, which is usually around this section right here, which is called your apex of your head, or the crown of your head. And right here is where all of the stress happens. So when you have a very stressful day, when you're wearing tight hairstyles and things, this section right here is the first section that starts to thin out and become really heavy. So a lot of times when I would have my clients and they would say, oh, my hair is getting heavy, I would just literally take a little section up top and just cut maybe an inch, maybe two off, just the ends, and let their hair flow back, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so much better. You can do that. And another one is you can actually curl your locks. When you curl your hair, for some reason it takes the weight off of your scalp area. So that's the key. You don't want your hair to be so heavy where it starts to weigh on the scalp area and encourage you to lose your hair. So that's why I curl my hair, because it's not heavy. Because I felt the weight of it today when I shampooed my hair. It was pretty heavy. I was like, wow, I didn't know my hair was that heavy. It's because I wear it curly. So that's a little trick. So this part is the hardest part. Like, once you get up to the top of the head, your arms will start to get tired, but just take your time. It's really not a race. So in the comments below, like, to all my people who wear locks, how long does it take your hair to lock? Leave it in the comments. So I'm done, okay, and I'm going to come back to show you guys the end result on the next video. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back with another one.